The latest A24 movie called Men. I don't really got an intro for this video except men are trash. Welcome to my safe haven. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, clicking on my channel, and joining me for another review on the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. If this is your first time joining me, hey, how's it going? My name is Michael. I call myself the Black Gay Comic Geek, and I always say the things that I love to talk about on my channel has blood, sex, gore, and magic, or any variation of the four. So I like to talk about superheroes, I like to talk about comic books, I like to talk action movies, I like to talk sci-fi, I like to talk fantasy, and I like to talk about black representation and queer representation. And if you're like me and you also like blood, sex, gore, and magic, head over to my merch store. Link in the description box below. Get you a blood, sex, gore, and magic hoodie, or you can get it as a mug. You can get you a Black Gay Comic Geek mug. You can get you a shirt that says welcome to my safe haven. Support your boy if you can. Help me to make this Black Gay Comic Geek LLC into a full-time gig. Or if you want, you could leave a new feature here on YouTube, which is called a super like. Just like how you can leave super chats on a live video, you can also leave that on a non-live video. I appreciate each and every one of you for leaving that. But if you don't have the funds or you don't want to donate to me and you still want to help and support me, you could do me a favor and please, 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 please hit the like button. It'll really, really help with the YouTube algorithm and getting this video and my channel out there. Like, share, comment, interact for the all gay rhythm, as I say. I should put that on a shirt too. But anyway, let's talk about the latest A24 film, Men, directed by Alex Garland. In the aftermath of a personal tragedy, Harper retreats alone to the beautiful English countryside, hoping to find a place to heal. However, someone or something from the surrounding woods appears to be stalking her. What begins as a simmering dread soon becomes a fully formed nightmare, inhabited by her darkest memories and fears. And this film is like really small in its scale. Like there's literally, I believe, only like 4 actors in the entire movie playing the main cast. And like, I feel like, cause I generally don't look at reviews when I'm gonna review a movie, at least until after I review the movie, cause I don't want it to either persuade me either way. And then also I don't want to like maybe take something that somebody else says and then say it or whatever. I just don't want to be influenced by other people's review. But I did see the cinema score for this movie, and I saw that this movie had like a D+. And funny enough, this movie was rated lower than Morbius. And I was just like, who are the people that they asked for the cinema score? Because this movie is nowhere near as bad. This movie isn't even bad, but it's nowhere near as close. Like, Morbius was not a better movie than this. And I can't help but wonder if part of the reason why it got such a low cinema score is A, because of the subject matter of, because this movie really is addressing toxic masculinity. It's obviously not saying every single man on the planet is a terrible person or all men are evil or all men are garbage, but there is a problem with regards to the patriarchy and masculinity and toxic masculinity. And that's essentially what this movie is addressing. Now, should you say a movie like this should have been written and directed by a man? That's a whole nother conversation, but it was, and this is what we got. And then also, like, this movie is very artsy. It's a very art house movie and very stylistic, especially when you get to like the last 30 minutes. Like the last 30 minutes of the movie, for me, was probably like one of the best parts of the movie. But for other people, for maybe like the casual fans, I could probably see why they're, because it does get into some very weird territory. And I could probably see some people going like, yeah, no, I'm out. But I'll talk more about that a little later. But I say all that to say, I'm like, I wonder if that's the reason why it got such a low cinema score. Because like I said, this movie, I don't think this movie was bad. It's not in my top favorite movies of the year, but I enjoyed this movie. And so like I mentioned, this movie follows the character of Harper, played by Jessie Buckley, and she goes off to the countryside of England, and every single man that she encounters is played by Rory Kinnear. So it's Rory Kinnear's face playing every single character. And I think it's just for the sake of the audience, because Jessie Buckley's character, she doesn't seem to be aware that every single man looks like Rory Kinnear. She acts like these are all different incarnations of men, but it's just a stylistic choice for the audience. And I think the reason that they did that is to just showcase more or less that, yeah, while every man might essentially be different, we all share, at least toxic men, all share certain traits together. So they could essentially be one person. And at least that's what I took as the significance of that. And honestly, in many ways, this movie kind of reminds me of Sorry to Bother You in the sense of the artistic, stylistic way they're trying to tell a message. But the thing that kind of, because with Sorry to Bother You, I liked Sorry to Bother You until it got to the end. And then when it got to the end, when they started, spoilers for Sorry to Bother You, but when they started transforming into horse people, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm out. This movie lost me at this point. Like, I looked to my friend who I went to the movies with, and we were like, what the hell is happening right now? I like completely lost interest in the movie. But the reason I didn't have that reaction with this is because for the most part, with the exception of like the white voice that they were putting on in Sorry to Bother You, it was still pretty realistic. It still looked like it took place within the real world. But with this movie, Men, it was eerie and creepy and weird and fantastical from the start. With like I mentioned, with Rory Kinnear literally playing every single man in this village. And then not only just that, and I don't think this was a spoiler, and I do feel like this is probably another reason why people maybe have rated this movie a little low. But there's also, again, with Rory Kinnear playing every single male character in this movie, he also plays a character. There's a little boy in the movie as well. And Rory Kinnear's grown man ass face is superimposed on the face of this little boy. And the CGI looks terrible. And a lot of people out, and there was somebody I talked to as well that was like, they didn't like that. But again, with me, I felt like that was the point. It was supposed to be off-putting. It was supposed to look terrible. It was supposed to like catch you off guard and make you unnerved and weird. Because the whole movie was about that. At least that's how I took it. And so then when you get to like the final end of the movie where shit really gets weird, like it didn't really bother me because I was like, this movie was weird from start to finish. Like the whole movie is about toxic men and toxic masculinity, how certain traits carry over to certain men, and really toxic men can birth toxic men, and where unless we address each other as men and change the patriarchy, it's just going to continue to perpetuate. It's the same way I say with regards to racism. White people are the ones that need to end racism if racism is ever going to change in this country, because y'all are the ones that created it. Y'all are the ones that benefit from it. Y'all need to be the ones that end it. White people check other white people. White people hold other people. White people need to hold other white people accountable. Same with men holding other men accountable. But yeah, but overall, I like the movie. Like I said, it's not in my top 5. It's not in my top 10. It's probably not even in my top 20. But I didn't hate the movie. I'm definitely not giving it a D+. I would say for me, Alex Garland's Men is a low hit. But I'm curious to know what you guys thought of this movie. Did you see Men? What did you think about it? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, like, share, comment, interact on this video for the all gay rhythm. If this is one of your first time checking out one of my videos, please check out the other videos on my channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe for more and hit that bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video. And tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.